Oh, I hope so.
I haven't heard otherwise.
I haven't heard.
I don't remember otherwise.
Maybe she's trying to make for 3:30.
That could be. Yeah.
Okay, now.
Okay. All right. Good morning, all. Welcome to Town Board Agenda Meeting for November 18th, 2025. 25. All right.
Good pledge.
Need the pledge of allegiance. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Councilwoman McMahon? Yes. Councilman Niles?
Yeah.
Supervisor Messina?
Here. Okay, we're here to interview two people for the zoning board, Board of Appeals. So we have you first.
Okay, I make a motion that we go into executive session to do
Okay.
those two interviews.
All right.
A second.
On the basis of employee relations. And after the two interviews, we will be conducting our regular business.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
If you want, could you
Very
just move,
happy.
I'll move that chair so you got
we have to wait 8 or 9 minutes, right?
Why? Oh.
Yeah.
That's right, our regular meeting starts.
No,
No,
this was the meeting. This
Okay.
was the meeting.
Okay,
this is the
good.
meeting. No, this is the
Good.
meeting, we made it for 3:30.
Okay.
All right.
That was
you can
good.
put
That
those
was a good
people on
move.
there.
Where are we here?
Okay, we're gonna go on,
Lori.
Yeah.
Pay the bills.
yeah, wait for her. She's. All right, Laura, you can go ahead now with the
Okay.
proposed resolution.
Proposed resolutions to pay the bills as presented, general fund vouchers 5759 to 5780, 18,135.05. Highway fund vouchers 5781 to 5794, 4185.97. SW1 water district funds vouchers 5795 to 5796, $870. SW2 water district fund voucher 5797 for $30.
I make the motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none carried. Proposed resolution to appoint Mary Ellen Allison to the zoning update committee.
I'll make that motion and I'll explain it just a little bit.
Okay.
She was here for the APA hearing a couple weeks ago. Made a presentation and shortly after that, contacted me. I think she'd already contacted the clerk's office expressing an interest in it. She's been supplying with information for 3 or 4 years that I know of on different issues. So I asked that this resolution be put on the agenda. So that's why I'm making that motion.
A second.
All in
Matt, do you have
favor?
any questions?
Is this an additional member of the committee, or does this replace the owner of the hardware store that no one can get in contact with?
We haven't formally removed the other person from the committee, so at this point, I'll say it's an addition. But I still haven't heard back after about 5 or 6 attempts to get hold of her.
I have also.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none carried. Proposed resolution to set the year-end meeting. That's usually just more of a bill pay meeting, and we usually do it at the very, very end of the month. Let's see. So
The end of,
December.
December.
So our agenda meeting is on the 15th of December.
that's a Monday.
The
You're right.
16th.
16th. And then, the following week would be the day before Christmas Eve. Or you could go to the following week. I will not be available on the 30th. So the following week, it could be the 29th, unless you want to go the 23rd, the day before Christmas Eve.
What's the window? Is there a certain,
Just want to get to the closest to the end, but then we also turn right around and have our organizational day, which is going to be on here also for January 1st.
so we need to have it,
Yeah, you need to either do it on the 23rd. Oh, you could go the 26th, which is the Friday, the day after Christmas. Or the 29th, the following Monday.
I don't.
Probably the 29th, I would think.
I'm kind of leaning towards that too.
Yeah.
Is that December,
Yes.
Yeah.
the 29th?
Yeah, that's a Monday.
What time?
Can we,
It's a Monday, yeah.
yeah, you guys want to do it in the afternoon or in the evening? It's usually just more paying bills than anything.
Is that the meeting where like three people have to present a whole lot of stuff to us?
Just
No.
the bills, to close out the bills for the
Yeah,
month.
you're just paying up as much of the year-end bills.
Oh. So it's school.
I mean, I'm not saying you can't put anything else on the agenda because you can, because it's a meeting. But
My preference is the evening, but I know that that's
it's up to you
We
guys.
do 4 o'clock. It's an average.
yeah,
Okay, I could do 4.
I
4
could do
o'clock
4.
on the 29th.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, do I have a motion?
I'll make,
I will
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none carried. Proposed resolution to schedule organizational day meeting for January 1, 2026 at 11 a.m. I know it's New Year's Day.
January 6th, you said?
No, January 1st, 2026.
6th, okay.
But I have to be sworn in before I can collect taxes the next day.
Yes. Well, we could do it on the first, we can make it 11
It's
o'clock.
usually only about 45
Yeah.
minutes to an hour,
We can make it 11 o'clock that morning.
or whatever time you guys want.
I'm fine with that.
I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Okay, so 11 on the.
We had
first.
the swearing in, right? That
Yeah,
day?
we'll have swearing in and then.
So you'll
start
have
the
to be
meeting.
here.
Yeah.
11 o'clock. New Year's Day.
Okay, do I have a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, hearing none carried. Proposed resolution to increase wages for all employees currently on the town health insurance to compensate for health insurance contribution increase effective December 1, 2025.
We've worked on this for 3 months, 2-3 months. I'm using the term "we" a little bit loosely.
That's
Thanks,
okay.
Ann,
Teamwork.
for pulling that all together.
All set.
Yes,
And everything all set.
so I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, hearing none carried. And if you have no other resolutions, we're on to discussion of resolutions for the December 2nd meeting. And I have bills, minutes. We have the youth commission, 20,000. We have. We'll set up an interview if you wish with Roberta Vanderzee. She's applied, or submitted a letter of interest for the planning board.
Okay.
And anything else you,
I have one thing for the agenda and one other thing to bring up. I'll put a little package together, but I want to propose that we make a couple changes to the employee manual in regard to health insurance for elected officials. Specifically, the supervisor, the town clerk, and the highway super. Thank you. It's just a couple real simple things, but I'll put a little thing together. I'll show you what I want to change. One example is the employee manual doesn't require anybody over 65 to take advantage of Medicare. And if you take advantage of Medicare, the health insurance for that individual, the cost of the town will be cut by like 75 or 80%. So I want to work that into the manual. The reason I know that is because I'm looking out for myself.
You can leave it as an option.
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
yeah, that's-
And I think we probably want to do something similar for all the employees. If they're over 65, we could be paying $100 a month for health insurance instead of 900 or 1,200 or 2,000. So that's what that's all about. So I'd like to get that on the agenda, and I'll work on the paperwork soon. The other thing is, I sent some pictures to everybody. We got these 2 old plastic tanks sitting down the buildings and grounds, taking up space. They're not usable anymore. They've been decommissioned for 4 or 5 years. Rick wants them out of the garage. So I want to throw them away. But Clay has indicated that that he could use them for something. So I don't wanna give an employee something without telling the whole board what's going on.
If you don't take them, they're going in the garbage. So
Right.
That's
they're
right.
not usable for what we
Right.
need them for.
And Rick wants to use that bay to store equipment in over the winter and they take up, you know, they're like 3 feet in diameter.
As long as it's all right with me,
Yeah,
we can
yeah.
give it to
I'm
our
okay.
employee.
You all right with it, Gene?
Right? You all right with,
Personally,
yeah, give it to our employee. We're gonna throw them away, but we don't, he wants them. Or, so we can just give it to him.
If we put them in the dump, he can go to the, I'm sorry,
They were going into the
no,
dump.
I'm supposed to do that.
So I'll put them in the dump.
Didn't hear this whole conversation.
That's why I'm bringing it up. I mean,
Well, we just want to make sure it's right. He wants it.
not for your enjoyment. I'm just,
I mean, you're not supposed to, but
but I could throw them away, right?
yes,
Okay.
you do need to declare them surplus.
Okay, we'll do that.
If you're gonna give them.
No,
Or-
even to throw them away.
Oh, okay.
What's that? Do you know what that means, Lori? Declare them surplus?
Yes, you have to make a resolution and say they're surplus, and if you wanted to put them out to bid, you could. If not, you can.
All right.
Am I correct?
I make a motion, we declare those 240-gallon plastic chlorine tanks as surplus.
All
a
right.
second.
How big are they?
140 gallons.
Hundred and forty?
There's 2 of them.
Yeah, they're huge.
They got holes cut in them to fit the system we used to use them for, so that drastically decreases the
And
value to anybody.
discard into the landfill?
Yeah, yeah, to the transfer station.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none carried.
That's all I got.
Okay, I got one. Do you have any?
I just had a little bit of an update. I have reported 34 streetlights that were out. And they told me within 72 hours they would be fixed. I did check and they're not. And I had phoned again and they said that they're working on them.
Good, all right, that's good. Very good.
They're on the to-go, on the to-do list.
A little bit of ammo you might use. We pay so much a month for every one of those, right?
Oh, I've
Yeah.
threatened that already. It doesn't work.
Okay, forget that.
I still have a couple of more streets, side
Good.
streets that I'm checking.
But you stay on it.
I'm on it.
It'll happen.
It'll get done.
All right, and the only other thing, for possible resolution for the next meeting. In that box over there. And I can take it out to show it to anybody who want to see it. I personally own a Civil War Colonel Butler's Brigade quilt signed by people from Lake Luzerne and Hadley. I've had, Cindy didn't give me the letter from Pam, but Pam had.
It's right here.
Pam's
Oh,
here.
Pam, you got that letter? Okay.
Thank you.
This is a review of a
Okay.
gal named
Thank you.
Kelly Bond. She is the town historian in the town of Long Lake. And she was the curator in the Adirondack Museum for 30 years. And her thing is quilts. So she came down, she took a look at the quilt, and she wrote up what's in your hand, giving you a fine review, personal review of the quilt that she saw. In her career, she has, as part of her hobby, with the quilt world, has documented 600 quilts. And the theme was the work done by women in the Adirondack, small town quilts done in the Adirondacks. She has over 600. She compared that one with this and nothing else like it. It is a military treasure. And it tells our story. I think there's 36 men listed on it. They're not handwritten individually. They're inscribed by one of the women. And they have to do with our Grand Republic Legion Post 316 and possibly done in 1861. and looking to, the owner, supervisors, the owner, personal owner, and, kind of advocating that, should he choose to leave behind a legacy piece, that it would be that, and, consider donating it to the town and the historians department, where we would be able to, by law from 1919, be able to umbrella and treasure it. So what you have in is her review. It's not an appraisal.
I've had it a
It's
long
just the
time,
review of what it is. So,
but it's been officially quoted that it's official.
I'm sorry.
It's official. That's what this lady looked
Oh,
for.
yes.
Yeah,
we provided
authentic or whatever you want to
acquisition.
call it.
Welcome it, if you will.
I want to donate it to the town.
So you want to do a resolution?
I want a resolution so that nobody can sell it or give it away or something like that.
So Lori,
And
can
we
you,
might put it up here for a while.
can you put that on the agenda next time, Lori?
Yes. I have it right.
Um,
Thank you, Jean.
yeah, thank you. It's beautiful.
It's.
Does
really
Richard
pretty.
Dressner know that exists?
It's what?
Does Richard Dressner know that that exists?
Yes.
Because he
Yep.
asked me to ask you to give him a buzz soon. He's, yeah, he's writing a paper.
Email me about the project that the Historical Society would like to take on. And it's about the past history of Hadley and Luzerne. He did not mention the quilt.
Okay,
However, David has known about it.
Hey, and the historical society wants it, but I really feel I'd like to give it to the town.
Now
Okay.
Pam has already bought the
Yeah,
Well, in
case,
preserving-
right?
the preserving
preserving
material
it,
right now.
yeah,
The Gaylord Preservation Company provides historians with boxes that are for the purpose of taking care of something for a lifetime.
Then I got a lesson on how to fold it from
Well,
a quilt lady Sunday morning. Because I got invited to the Hadley Historical Society. And on retirement, they gave me a quilt. So I said, give me 10 minutes, I'm gonna show you a real quilt. I ran back and got the quilt. So this one lady went crazy over it. And then
showing off.
when I was folding it up, she said, oh, you folded it wrong. So in there, it's folded right, like a flag, she folded it, so. But anyway, it is valuable, but I'd like to leave it to that. That's why I want a resolution, so it's official. So we'll bring that up.
Okay.
thank you.
Any other resolutions that we're gonna need?
Do we have for the zoning board? We don't have a resolution.
Are you talking about
Oh.
appointing?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so
You want me to bring up 4 mil?
hold on one second. ZBA appointments. Okay, I have that now.
We don't have any spots though.
It'll be effective January 1st. Right?
Burgess getting home.
Tucker knows more about that, but
What's the question?
Who's leaving the zoning board? Just Burgess?
Just Burgess, because Mike's not gone yet, so.
So we can't appoint yet, because we have to
Yeah.
do a local law to create the extra position.
Right.
So we can have a resolution next time to set a public hearing for the local law.
you'll give me that stuff.
Can we set it now?
No, not yet.
I'm sorry? Yeah, we'll do that at the December meeting. Okay.
Are we done?
Unless you have more resolutions.
Yeah, at the last minute, last night or whatever, I sent the board the Labella report on the dam. And don't be intimidated by it. The real meat's 4 pages, and then there's 25 pages of attachments, which are mostly pictures. There's a little bit of news about that situation, which Tucker
You wanna-
knows a little bit about.
Go ahead, Chuck.
Yeah, so just doing some research, so just to give everyone kind of a basic rundown is the classifications after their analysis would have to be raised to a class B. Right now it's class A, which there's less involvement into it as far as the classification goes. So it means less cost in repair, less cost in planning, because at a lower hazard level, there's no risk of loss of life. With that being said, at the bottom of the dam over by Lake Luzerne, 4 Mill Street, there was a finished basement, and when it was listed as a 4th bedroom. Going off of what was actually shown on Beacon, which is like what our assessor uses. It was only listed for 3 bedrooms, so a bedroom was put in there. Now, after issuing a violation to 4 Mill Street, because they didn't have any permits to do any of the work that they did in the basement. She actually stated that the realtor had put 4 bedrooms, so. She said that they would immediately take that down, that there's not even a closet space, which brings up this whole. Terminology as into what and who defines what a bedroom is, so. Looking into a realtor has a different definition as a building codes inspector, as an assessor, all 3 have different definitions of what a bedroom technically is classified as. But looking more into the hazard classification on the dam, I don't think it's gonna really make a difference whether it's a bedroom, whether it's a storage space. Just because that whole basement is now finished and that brings that risk involved in there. So I don't know if it's gonna make any changes. She's brought in that she's gonna get the basement basically permitted. With that being not a bedroom. I have Labella on it to see. What the cost difference is gonna be between class A and class B repair on that dam, just to see. Cause that house is actually for sale. I was gonna see if it's even worth it to possibly even buy that house, turn it into not a house. And there goes the classification. Now we can lower that classification. The person that makes, the agency that makes the determination on whether that's a class A or class B dam is DEC. So if we wanted to have that lowered in classification, we would have to submit this analysis and all of the documentation behind that to show and prove that there's no risk of life, loss of life, basically at the bottom of the dam, if the dam were to go. So there would be quite a few steps involved in order to get it lowered in classification. Whether that's possible or not, I am not completely sure, and whether or not the owner of it now is willing to, they're not gonna be able to unfinish a basement, so. Our different routes here are kind of limited. I looked into how often the dam has been repaired. Looking into it, they've done patchwork kind of 5 years ago. We did pretty extensive work 2 years ago. So it seems that, minimal repairs are kind of being made, not really costing us a lot because we're doing it ourselves. So I don't think it's cost effective to buy the house. It might be cost effective to buy the house, turn it not into a basement and then sell it back. But again, those are all different options that really have to be looked at. So I just wanted to bring it to you guys, just so that way everyone's kind of aware of what's going on.
How does Labella feel about that? In other words, do they think that'll make a significant difference? If it was clearly not a usable basement, does Labella think that that'll make much of a difference in terms of our potential successfully getting the dam reclassified?
I asked them that whenever I asked them for the cost estimate as far as a class A and a class B. I asked them if we could get a for sure answer as to, hey, if we take this bedroom out, is this going to be a class A dam? Or if we, or is it the basement that's gonna cause it too? So they'll come back with that answer as soon as they come back with the analysis on the top estimate as well. But yeah, from what I can tell from reading into New York's, or I should say DEC's classification on hazard for dams, it's looking like just that being a finished basement is gonna be a class B. Because of the potential loss of life. That's what it really boils down to in the classification is. Class A is only isolated buildings being damaged, whereas a class B, you have that potential. It's not even loss of life, it's actually just potential harm, like injury, personal injury.
Okay, so the last Zoom meeting we had, it's, Lavella seemed to think it's very vague. But he interpreted it as a place to sleep. Makes it potentially dangerous.
Yeah, I mean. Again, it's up to DC to make that determination.
Yeah,
I don't know if. Mary, if you've ever looked into anything like that, or if
did
you
our,
have a better answer to that, but.
can you take a look at our contract with Lavella? I thought the $12,000 contract we have with them. I can't remember if it included applying for the lower classification or not.
Well, they did the flood analysis for us.
Yeah,
Basically, we were trying to see if. It would even be permittable to basically have that basement there, because at one point, we were thinking that they might be in the flood hazard. Well enough to where they wouldn't even be able to be permitted to do that. After they did that analysis, it was well above
right.
the flood zone level. So they could have that basement. As to whether they would be able to put a bedroom in there. There would have to be some extra steps involved as far as putting in a septic and what have you, but. It would still be permittable at the end of the day after those steps were taken, so.
What does that mean to us? What, I mean, going from a class A to a class B, is that more insurance? Is it
So,
what?
Yeah, it means a step up in the repairs, the extent of repairs that have to be done to the.
We're already at the higher level now. We're already at the more expensive level now.
Right.
And so what are you're hoping to go down
Right.
to a lower one?
They were looking to change that classification from a class B to a class A.
But class A is a less potentially hazardous dam.
Okay, well, if the dam breaks, there's gonna be a problem. Whether someone's in the basement or in the bedroom in the basement. I mean, that's,
Right, but we're talking about all the different contingencies that have to be taken as far as for a class B and a class A, there's different levels and extents of repair that have to be taken.
okay, so we are talking money. Is that what we're talking?
To repair.
To repair it?
Correct.
It's gonna be a lot more with an A, which we're already at
That's
an
what I
A.
have Lavella looking into as far as what the cost difference is gonna be.
But right now, we're an A. Is that correct? We're at a level A.
DC did that determination because they found the basement in
Right
for,
now, we're a B.
and that'll bring us up to a B because now you have that finished basement.
Right now, we are a B.
Right, it will be a B.
No,
right
he's saying
now.
right now,
Mhm.
not,
What's our dam classification right now?
I would believe it, well. I thought it was an A and then they sent us the notice and that's the reason why everything was brought up.
I can't remember the letters either. Right now, we're
Class A
classified,
is the lowest.
right now, we're classified. One more notch being, or a little bit more dangerous than the lowest, non-dangerous. That's confusing. I think the letters are in burst.
No, it is. I've looked at it. Class A is the lowest level, which is the potential that only like isolated homes. But no personal injury.
Okay, we're a
Class B is personal injury,
so we're a class B right now.
right, with that notice.
So what we were hoping is that we could get it switched to a class A. Primarily because the models for determining how much water goes over that dam in a flood situation, like, don't quote me on the numbers, but like 7 days of rain, 3 inches a day or something. You know, how much will that hand? Those models use different variables if you're a different classification of dam. Okay, one of the problems right now is, as it's classified right now, they may make us make the spillway bigger. Because under the model, based upon the classification we're now, it projects X number of million gallons an hour. And when that spillway is full, it starts to go over the dam.
Mhm.
And under the model classification we are right now, you're not supposed to have water going over the dam. It's all supposed to go through the spillway. If we can get it reclassified, then the variables that go into the formula to determine the size of the spillway are different. So it's entirely possible the new classification would mean we wouldn't have to rebuild the spillway.
Okay, but if the spillway is dangerous to where we're
It's about
fearing,
160 years like that.
What we do now, to be honest with you, is we've done it over the years. We lower that lake in October 15th. We can't go too far low because the northern end of that lake is lower than the lake itself. Then the people have to walk out. They have to take a kayak or a canoe out about 10 or 15 feet in mud about that deep. So we keep it right where about 6 inches below this going over the dam. And right now we've got it down as low as we can possibly make it too. Because we do that because a lot of people have docks out there. And the more water that's in the lake and it freezes, it raises the docks out of the water. So, I mean, we've been doing this my 20 years and before me. So we have a system. And we also have a system that if we know it's gonna rain for 3 or 4 days, we take one of the boards out of the spillway and empty the lake 6 inches. And this way, if you get a lot of rain, it fills back up, it doesn't go over. So it's like the safety. And we've been doing this for years.
Truthfully, the only thing that's changed is now you have a finished basement.
Now that,
Before
that
it was
did,
being patched, being fixed, you know, it like.
Right.
Jim said, it's been here for 100, some odd years, and so it's been the way it's been without any signs of failure. It's just now you got that potential at the bottom. So
okay, so when we're lowering the lake, are we putting the lake water into that basement?
no, it doesn't even go near.
No, in fact, what we
This is
found
for
out,
flooding if the dam, how much it'll flood. It gives it a flood zone. And now because they put a basement in it, the flood zone is higher, let's use that phrase.
but it turns out that floor level is above that anyways.
it's above the flood zone, and the potential comes from if it were to completely fail and let go, then you're in that spillway or in the.
Then
I
it
mean,
would be
I don't wanna sound stupid here, but if there's a potential that a dam's gonna break, and we right now have a chance of fixing that dam so it won't break, why wouldn't we take that?
there's the state report for the inspection that was done in August, I think it was, August or September. Classifies the structure of the dam as being fair. It's not an imminent threat. They're not saying that the dam's gonna break. They aren't implying that.
Okay, so, well, fair's not a great response. I mean, if I lived down there, I would be, hey, well,
Well,
why are we just at a
I
fair?
think,
But unfortunately, they
I
put a
think that's the
bedroom down
highest
there.
you can
They
get.
took away the rule that we had that everything is okay the way it is. And they didn't get a permit from us, so otherwise we would have told, they would have told them, they can't put a bedroom now. So.
Yeah, that's history now because of what
Okay.
we found out.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think what we're discussing is that the town is going to do repairs, but in order to do the repairs, we need to know what the dam is classified as in order to determine which repairs are necessary. Is that correct?
No,
No, Labella's actually done an analysis where they've determined that it's going to be a class B based off of what the analysis is.
and I believe that letter from the state says it's a B,
DC, yeah, is the one who determines though.
right?
But that determines what kind of
Repair, yeah, extended
repairs
repair.
need to be done.
Right.
Exactly.
So we're talking about classifying it in order to repair it.
We're talking
not a
about trying to get it
repair, it's a way-
reclassified.
It's not a repair, it's an extension to the spillway. Let's say the spillway is 8 feet,
Well, that's
I
part
think
of it.
that
but,
Depends on the classification.
yeah, right.
Holy crap.
But you have to dig it out, empty the lake, dig it out.
It fits within that class A, yeah, it fits within that class A dam. And if they raise the classification of it, then we have to meet the classification.
Right.
Right.
Okay, so is there a large amount of money that is different from a class A to a class B repair?
And that's what Jim was trying to explain to you, is that we would have to expand the spillway, we'd have to raise the dam level.
So the answer is yes. Okay.
We think it would be.
Is there, can we find out before we,
That's what I have Lobella doing, is
We're doing that now.
explaining, they're gonna do a cost estimate on what a class A is gonna be and what a class B repair would be.
okay,
I shouldn't say repair, I should say modification.
Right, now, just so everybody, there is a little more to it, okay? The repairs, we suspect, would primarily be making that spillway larger,
Right.
but there's also some seepage to the dam. It's not a structural problem, but they don't like to see seepage,
mhm,
so they're asking for that to be repaired, all fill the cracks, which we did about 4 years ago,
4 or 5 years ago.
and it came back, or
yeah.
we didn't do
Well,
a good enough
repair-
job, or
The
what?
caulk pushed out.
It's, the company comes in and squirts like a caulking into the cracks.
Yeah, it
And it just, one of them
It
starts
was
to
a
leak,
Band-Aid.
but it, you know.
was a Band-Aid.
Okay, so our next step is we're gonna find out a price of what it's gonna cost.
Our next step is to kind of do a cost benefit analysis.
Okay. Right. That's what I want to see.
Well, if you have to extend the spillway.
Yep. It's
you-
gonna be, cost more.
But,
Yeah.
well, not only costs, you have to empty out the lake pretty much. To
Cut a hole. then-
cut a hole and move it
So
over
now
and
bigger.
rebuild the wall.
Oh, they want to see that thing filled up too, that's nothing. All right,
All right, it's on,
thank you.
we're working on, it.
Okay,
no further notes.
I'm done.
I make a motion.
No, hold on.
What?
Sorry.
Sorry,
In your packets, there's a proposal
Bill?
from Chuck's Heating and Cooling for the transfer station furnace. Nobody brought that up, so I am.
Let me see that.
I have it right here.
oh, jeez. I left my briefcase in the other room. What is it for 5,000?
5,000 and change.
What's our cutoff on procurement?
Fine. It's $260 overall procurement. I mean, it's,
Hold on.
come on, man.
I didn't write it, you guys wrote it.
The 115,000? Is that
No,
this,
it's,
this?
This one. That, I don't know if we were gonna bring that up tonight or not, the reassessment proposal.
No, that can be next month.
Okay. That's what you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
But you can.
Okay, so there's a proposal here from Chuck's Heating and Cooling. New oil high boy furnace and fixing some of the ductwork, all parts and labor installed and tested. This will be at the transfer station, removal of furnace and parts that aren't needed. I don't know anything about this. I don't know why we asked. I assume the furnace is dying out
But
there.
it was dying. Easier to replace it than try to spend 4,000 to fix it or something like that.
Is it dead? The one that's there?
That's not gonna make the winter.
Is it an emergency? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
It's gotta be done before the winter because we need heat in there.
Not an emergency. We're supposed to bid it. We're supposed to get 3 email quotes,
How much is it?
$5,260. Cut off
Almost
is
5,000
Yeah.
are, I of that.
We need 3 quotes.
I was in the HVAC business for a long time. And it's pretty close to being an emergency. By the time they order this machine and get it over and get the work done. It's gonna be cold in there. But it's just my opinion.
Can we consider it an emergency? Well, I mean, can we put it off until next meeting? Because I'll go speak to, Chuck.
We can get another
And
quote
see if we,
quick.
well, we can get that 600 down to 5. I'm pretty sure there's something in this that we might be able to do that.
Okay.
Get a price on, at 5 instead of $260 more.
I'd be. And
Yeah, I'll talk.
I can get another price too, real quick.
Well, if you want to try.
Yeah, well,
Huh.
okay.
We'll hold off paying this until, I'm not sure this is, if it's done yet.
It's not done.
Oh, that's the proposal.
Oh, it's not
It's
done.
just the proposal.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll table that.
Well, I can't want to waste money.
I can probably have you a price. Well,
Tomorrow.
is it an emergency or not?
Well, they need heat in that building because there's water in there in the bathroom. What's that?
Yes, she's,
Yes or no?
Not to know. Okay.
Yes.
Do whatever you want.
Yes.
Well, we'll
It's
table
an
it.
emergency, right, Jean? Yes.
Yes, it's an emergency.
okay. I make a motion, we approve this proposal and authorize the supervisor to enter into this contract.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye,
Aye.
done. Thank you. Thank you.
Opposed, hearing none carried. I have one other thing, because the deadline was yesterday, but Colleen spoke to the representative at the Lake George
Oh, yeah, saw that.
area
That's this
It's a
one. Get shit out of
magazine.
your thing.
travel guide. And we usually take out, I think it's the full page ad at
Right.
2,500 a
We've done
year.
it for years.
And I just need a resolution or an approval. for that.
What's the ROI?
They do a 120,000 distribution. And we take a full page ad. It's the same one every year.
I remember soliciting for that one. I'll make the motion.
And I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
In the holiday celebration for Lake Luzerne. November 30th.
Yeah, that's the thing, the chamber does in the pavilion. And we have it's up on our board on the street now. Sunday, November the 30th, from 4:30 to 6. Give away, hot chocolate and goodies and gifts to the kids, and that's handled basically by the chamber. But it's up on our board, we just put it on the board up there, and these things are on the outside, we bought a little box and put them out there, but this has been going on for years, it's very, very successful.
Yeah.
I have a little announcement I'd like to talk about for a second.
Is it on the agenda?
Nope. I was just notified today, this morning, that our Lake Association is going to be the recipient of the Warren County Soil Water Conservation District Montesee Award. It's an award that recognizes environmental activity, environmental education, and so on. So I'm proud of those guys.
No, that's
We
good.
got two things, Gene.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This is an agenda meeting, but you can have, yes.
Talking with Colleen here, can we simplify this clothing allowance and just pay the guys out the full amount and they can go get whatever they need? Instead of worrying about them bringing in receipts, remembering how much they still owe and how much. Is that doable, Mary?
No,
What if they did it quarterly? She was wondering about quarterly.
you can't just give them money, no.
Okay.
Okay.
You could make it
I was
like-
just talking with Colleen and.
Even if Mary said yes, I would still not like it, because then you have no control over what our guys look like in the field.
You could do a stipend, like it wouldn't be a clothing allowance, it would be a stipend and you could pay it out in full, but.
That's
your
taxable.
decision.
That's taxable, right?
Yeah,
No.
no, stipends are not.
No.
Or not?
Mm-mm.
Also,
Just talking with Colleen, because her husband works for a big company and they just, he gets clothing allowance too, and they just give him the full amount and he gets what he needs.
so it must be a stipend you get. All right, yeah, we can do a stipend.
Was she,
Can you change it to a stipend and not call it clothing allowance?
Yes.
That would make things so much easier.
I still have the same, I still have the same opinion.
I see your opinion, but when we change the employee policy, then we can put it in there that this is what you need. To whatever. You know, it's not in our policy
Oh.
right now, some of our things.
Okay, so you're saying we're gonna put in our employee handbook that they have to come dressed in a three-piece suit or whatever.
Well, we give them a stipend for clothing, you know, they're gonna buy stuff for the winter. They're gonna buy stuff for the summer. Just give them the stipend, let them go get their.
Well, I understand
You know
it
what I
makes,
mean?
I understand it makes
It's just-
bookkeeping in your life a lot easier.
It's just confusing. Simplify it, you know, just.
Give them a fixed price. That's the only way you can do a stipend.
and one of the things she mentioned was maybe paying that quarterly. So that like if somebody comes to work, say in January, they don't get $595 and go buy clothes and stuff for work and then leave in March. So she talked about, she was mentioning paying it out quarterly, divided into 4 quarters, so they're not getting the whole thing at one time. That's just something that was being discussed in the office. I just wanted to bring it up.
So you wanna put that on the agenda for next time?
I want to know how you guys feel. I'm good with either way. I just think that we're overthinking this. Colleen she just explained to me how her husband goes about it, and it's just
Yeah.
so much simpler for everyone,
Well,
you know?
I'm gonna sound a little mean here. I think if the guys can't turn in receipts, then I don't wanna give them a free. I don't, that's,
I'm not disagreeing.
Okay, I have a question. Do you issue uniforms?
Huh?
Do you issue uniforms for the guys?
Well,
We used to.
Yeah, we used
We're
to,
done.
we're paying a stipend like for them to go buy it.
Okay, so and they're required per se uniform is like an orange shirt and whatever.
The town provides 3 t-shirts per employee
Yeah.
per
Okay.
year. They're still gonna do that, as from what I understand.
Okay. Cause that's similar like what I was raised with, in corrections, you get your uniform
Yeah.
and then you get a uniform allowance and it's usually the last week of December. And that is done as a stipend. And it's just required whatever you need over your uniforms or per se. Some people, they need certain gloves or they need certain boots or whatever. They know they need that. That's required for their job. But whatever, like the uniform itself, if you're given the shirts and whatever, that part is already taken care of. I don't have a problem with doing stipends for that. That's
the only thing we give them is those bright orange
okay.
t-shirts.
And that's pretty much what we need to see. Those bright orange t-shirts to make sure we get
Yeah,
them.
especially when we're out in the world, on the roadway working, you know, we're either the orange shirts or they wear a penny that's
Right.
fluorescent. So,
Because not everyone needs to have a new coat every year. Not everyone needs to have. But someone might need socks every 3 months, something. Stipend, I mean, they're gonna have to pull that out of their own pocket. Given a stipend is not a bad thing.
you're right, yeah,
Yeah.
they don't need to pull it out of their own pocket, you know, I just think it would be a lot easier for everyone, so. If you guys wanna put that on agenda and vote on it next month, that's fine. I got one other thing.
No,
Many years. At the end of Old Stage. When it hits the dirt, it's Warrensburg. We've been plowing 2.5 miles for nothing. I think it's time that we get reimbursed some of our wear and tear on our vehicles for plowing that area.
Why do we
I'm-
plow it for nothing? What does that mean? Is there houses down there? Is there a trail?
There's 3 houses. Past the dirt. That area. We gotta plow it. Just in case if there's a fire in
Yeah.
there.
And it's our fire department that's going there?
Yeah.
Yep,
yeah,
there is a
yes,
fire. So we gotta plow. We gotta plow it.
Yeah,
But it's Warrensburg property?
yeah, I've called them, I've asked them to come up, do maintenance on the road. very minimal will get done, very minimal. It is havoc on our plows. To go in that 1.25 miles and in on the way out, there's rocks sticking out of the ground.
So
I
there's-
think we need
there's three-
to
there's-
pursue,
there's
get some reimbursement or something.
Can you write something up on what you feel is a fair amount that
I-
we should ask?
We get paid so much amount to plow during the winter for county roads.
Mhm.
I say we just go about what they pay us per mile and. we
Submit it to
propose
Warrensburg.
them. I think we need. I just think,
I'm just a little confused.
I've been
Houses are
thinking
there.
about this too long for too many years.
Whose houses, where do they pay taxes to? Us?
Here. Right.
The houses on that road pay taxes to us?
No.
They pay to Warrensburg.
They pay to
Well, then
Warrensburg.
Warrensburg should
Yeah.
take care of it. Okay.
I assume Warrensburg doesn't plow up there from the other end, or they would do it.
No, but I easily could say we're not plowing it. I could do that. I wouldn't do that, but we could. And they would have to come all the way down and around and plow it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Can you
That
do
makes
a
sense for-
proposal of what we can submit to Warrensburg? On either for them to do that or for us to continue doing it for a cost?
Yeah, I'll look at what the county pays us for winter maintenance and
Yeah, we have that per month.
I just think it's fair
Yeah.
that they should,
Are they
Yes.
aware of it?
you know,
Are they aware of it? Well,
they're aware of it. They own the road. Yes, they are. So I talk with their deputy a lot and
Okay.
How far do you think it is? A mile and a half,
it's 2.5
two and a half?
in and out.
Out,
Yeah,
Round trip,
yes,
round trip.
2.5 miles round trip,
round trip.
in and out.
Yeah, yeah.
So they're
just a
just
mile
letting the
and a
sleeping
quarter.
dog lie right now.
Yeah.
Are there any other roads similar to that? Corinth, Hadley, Warrensburg, Stony Creek? There's no other roads that we are plowing for someone else?
That we are, no, that's the only one.
Anyone plowing roads, our roads from other towns?
So,
So just up at Buttermilk, that area.
All right,
We
what
don't
do you,
have
what do you
any-
get for the count? You know exactly what you get accounting per mile?
I
It's a
think
very-
like,
Get me a number and I'll speak to Warrensburg.
it's like between 8,000 or 9,000 per mile. I'll have to check the paperwork.
Oh,
after
check the
that.
That's strictly plow.
Because we have agreements. with-
Winter, yeah, it's agreement, winter
There's no
agreement.
road maintenance, strictly plow.
But if we can recoup some money, I could take that money and put
Oh, yeah.
it, you know, dirt on the road. They haven't brought in material on that road for years. I just went up there before I came here and there's spots, a little bit of millings they put.
Okay, write something up.
I just wish they would help us out.
Yeah.
So,
It
There's
just
also-
might need to be asked. Maybe they don't know.
right, yeah, Garrity knows.
No, that's you talking about super. I'm
Ah.
talking about the supervisor that I could talk to on that. Just give me an idea
Hey.
and we'll look at it.
Yeah.
You do what you.
Write it
think.
up, write it up.
Yeah, because the super might not go to him, say, they want me to pay an hour, mile and a half, should I do it? You know, let me talk to Kevin,
You can talk to Kevin.
but you gotta give me a number. Roughly.
Yeah, we just look at the county,
Well, I want you to
Contract that
look
we
at,
get,
I don't have the paperwork. You look, you know, get me a number, what you think it is. And I will
It's through the
propose
county
it.
Agreement.
yeah, that
Okay.
county winter agreement, yeah, look at that and see what they.
That's,
And what's third? What's your
I
third?
said two. You only get two.
We get to, no, yeah, two, like I said, that's all. I'm good now. I just wanted to bring that board up, see how you felt and maybe they can help us out.
Yeah.
You know, so,
doesn't hurt to ask,
right.
especially Kevin, he's pretty good with us.
You done,
You done now?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Lori?
I'm good.
I make a
Yeah.
motion, we adjourn?
Mary?
I'm good.
Okay.
I could tell that.
Malta right now. For another
Seven.
meeting.
To adjourn.
I make a motion.
Second,
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
It's only 10 to 5. All right, thank you all for coming. Appreciate it.